Hey kittens! Today I'm going to show you how I make my faux fur kitten ears. The first thing I do is hand sew a shell out of faux fur, and then I work on the inserts for the kitten ears, which you'll see me working on here. Right now I'm wrapping thick wire around an EVA foam base, and that is what will give the kitten ear its shape. Now I am securing the wire onto the EVA foam base with hot glue set on high. The hot glue does make the wire really hot while it is drying, so make sure you use a scrap of EVA foam to protect your fingers if you need to. I glue the wire down on the foam at 7 different points and actually go back over it on top to make it extra secure. Now I take the thinner wire and hot glue it on the base, and that is what will wrap around the headband. This is what the final base of your kitten ear will look like. This is what goes inside the shell. Feel free to bend it while it's at this stage if you need to get an idea of what your kitten ear will look like once it's finished. Now let's flatten that base back out and slip it into the shell just to make sure it fits before we hot glue it in there. To start, I put hot glue at the top and put it inside the shell and flatten it out so that way the faux fur meets the hot glue. I put a dollop of glue on the back side as well just to make sure that it sits flat against the EVA foam base and doesn't pillow out. Then I add the rest of the glue to the front and back and chop off the excess wire. Now it's time to admire your work. Look, you've come so far. Now it's time for my favorite part, shaving. First I start with the inner edge, trimming away all the faux fur. My tip is to trim the back edge too to make it less bulky. Now I'm using a wire as a guide to pull out the inner ear tuft of fur before I shave the rest of the ear. If you're wondering about the order in which I shave, I basically do the body, the edges, and then the back. Make sure to take your time trimming, because if you go too fast, you may chunk it, and not every faux fur is the same. Some faux fur from different retailers is more dense or less dense. This part isn't necessary, but I really like to go in with a pair of shears to trim the faux fur, and then go in with thinning scissors afterwards to give it that nice natural edge. She cute! Okay, now I can't resist but to bend it and see what it will look like after I sew it. She's cute, right? Well, if you haven't already, please leave a like for this video if you think she's super cute. Now it's time for my second favorite part, which is sewing. Grab your needle, grab your thread, and let's get to work. When you're threading your needle, make sure you make a large enough knot that will not pull through the faux fur. I use the ladder stitch for this whole next step. Some people call it the invisible stitch. It's basically a stitch to close the kitten ear without being able to see the threads at the end. This part takes hella long, so I sped it up so you could still see the process, but at a faster rate. finish off the kitten ears, it's basically just a series of well-placed knots, and this is where the thread that is the same color as the kitten ear comes into play, so that way you don't see as much or any of the thread poking through. Yes, girl. Okay, look at you. Such a baddie. OMG. Yes, bend it. Give me the shape. Yes. Now I just pop these baddies on a metal headband. These are the final kitten ears. What do you think? Do you love them? They are seamless, they are handmade and hand sewn, and if you would like to see more, please subscribe and drop a like. Can't wait to see you kittens next time.